Greetings, friends. Jason here for AxodysFC. It is Tuesday, and of course, Spurs finally got another midweek game again as they matched up at West Ham. And so it kind of threw me off to have a Tuesday game again for the first time in forever, but I was able to watch most of it. Had a little Peacock window open at work as I was doing some other stuff too. But not too busy a day, so I could definitely pay attention to it fairly well. Starters-wise, we went with the two speedy wingers again, with Ange picking Johnson and Werner, with Son up the middle still, and Kulusevski on the bench, actually. And that didn't surprise me necessarily after last game. And so, I was curious what that would mean. And eventually, it did mean he would come in as the substitute for Madison. So, I think that could be the trend for him going forward. It'll be interesting to see, who we bring in the summer. But anyway, back to the game itself. Starters-wise, in the midfield, Bissouma, Bentancur, Sarr on the bench, and Madison, of course. And overall that was fine. We got off to a really quick start. Immediately, combined up with Johnson and Werner essentially, and Johnson scored it, I believe, and in like the first 5 minutes. So we had a 1-0 win, and then lead, and then of course ended up giving up one of many corners, and they capitalized. Zuma kind of at the far post, good cross in, and from the corner, and very good, entertaining first half. I felt like we had some good chances, but basically West Ham was doing a great job of getting corners and keeping the pressure on us, and defending well and then countering as they could. And we just didn't get much after that initial score. And I felt fine going into the second half, but anyway, it ended up being well. And then the other thing, of course, too, is it was raining a lot throughout that game. Did not envy the players at all, and it seemed like at times there was enough moisture on the pitch that the longer passes would tend to slow up a little bit, really catch in that water. But overall, first half was pretty entertaining. Disappointing that again it was our set piece defense that allowed the other team to score. Otherwise, our defense was pretty good. It was good to have Van de Ven back. Romero was good, and in fact, I felt like he did a better job of not hanging onto the ball, looking for an option. He did a better job this game than last of, keeping it in the flow of the game. But at the same time, we just did not get too many chances after that, good opportunity opening. And midfield-wise, I felt like Bissouma was pretty good in actually carrying the ball a little more, getting up the field, showing some real signs of life. And actually, Ange was very complimentary of him afterwards too. So I do feel good about what we're starting to see from him. Madison, I was disappointed with, I would say. And it wasn't necessarily always his fault too. He did get, this was an issue where West Ham has, good physical defenders, and late in Madison's, before he came off, or shortly before he came off, he was fouled at the top of the box, just blown up from behind, no call. Pretty unbelievable, actually. And then I kind of suspect at that point too that Andrew was like, yeah, let's get AxodysFC out there, a more physical, creative midfielder, can withstand some of that, physical challenge, essentially. But he didn't end up being that great. He had one more of those stray passes, just like previous game, where it just would. I don't even know how that happens. To be honest, it was like to no one, and just sideways. So, Anyway, overall, substitutions were a little bit disappointing, I guess, is the one thing. But we went for it. We had a good opportunity very late. Udagi had a shot on goal, kicked it right to the keeper. Other than that, though, Sonny didn't have good chances, and in fact almost may have passed up some that I would like him to take from distance. That's kind of been an issue for him lately, it seems like. So anyway, I felt like in the end, the 1-1 draw was pretty fair result. I thought West Ham was competitive. They stuck to their game plan after, that initial score for us. They did what they needed to do to keep us out. And they're tough when they can get into their block and just get in our way. So, anyway, good to at least get 1 point on a London derby like that. Looking forward to the next one already. And it'll be interesting to see what happens with Villa and City. I think that's tomorrow. So I'll have my eye out for that. Onward. So I guess we have eight games left now. Anyway, as always, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy these. And remember, to dare is to do.